Well, hey, mamas, great to have you live with us here today. Welcome to Mum with a Side Hustle live coffee and chat. This is 8 weeks in. Can you believe it? We've made it to week 8 of Build a Personal Brand in a year in only 3 hours a week, which is the goal. And if you've been following along, you've been showing up, you've been taking action, building momentum. And now it is time to pause, reflect, and make sure that what you've been working on is actually effective and getting you where you want to go. So, welcome. I've got two beautiful women in the Zoom room. I've got Kieran and Jade, and I know that Lisa wanted to catch up with us on Facebook because she's got like a whole tribe, a massive tribe of people coming over to her house tonight. So, we celebrate you, Lisa. You're just such a great community builder. But yeah, today we want to chat about reviewing our progress. And I'm going to share shortly why I silently resist this, but I'm committed to leading us into this space because I know that showing up and rising in all areas is important. You know, taking on these challenges helps us grow our personal brands. So yeah, let's take small steps. If you haven't been here before, this is Mum with a Side Hustle. This is a community of mums growing their personal brands, their businesses on social media and just learning and growing together. And the mums in the Zoom room have been going on a journey with me to build a personal brand in a year. So this is our second 8 week challenge. I'll be honest, I created it because I wanted to learn how to build a personal brand. So I don't feel like I'm the expert. I genuinely am just trying to stay one step ahead. But I think it's great fun, like seeing all the different things that each of us have strengths in, and what we do, and our messaging, and and the things that we offer. Our businesses are all so diverse, but I think we've all really grown and benefited from being in community and doing it together. So this is an invitation. If you want to join us, there's a few ways you can join. We have a Facebook group called Mum with a Side Hustle. We have our YouTube channel. And along the way, you might get invited into Mum Tribe, which is where Jade and Kieran are at, which is so cool, where we connect with each other regularly, encourage each other, learn from each other. And yeah, they want to be there. They keep showing up on our weekly Zoom. So thanks, guys. Why don't you say randomly or spontaneously one thing that you have enjoyed about either the Mum Tribe or about building a personal brand this year?
I've really enjoyed this community, like talking with like-minded mums, and then it makes me actually do something about it. Whereas if you just, I don't know, consume content with someone, there's no accountability, probably won't actually end up doing anything about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're doing so well as well, Kieran. Um, for context, Kieran and I went to high school together. And she was always an incredible artist back then, and she's taken that into now, and that's her side hustle. What about you, Jade? What's been great for you along the way?
Yeah, mine's the same as Kieran, that it's the community and just catching up each week, chatting about what everyone's working on, what's working, what's not, just getting ideas, just connecting really. Like we're all on the
Mm.
same journey, but doing it together, but different
Yeah.
businesses. But
And we're
yeah,
not like
I
in
like that.
competition, are we? Like we're all like, hey, wow, your business is cool. And I think like my highlight has been as we've talked about our businesses, as we've learnt about personal branding, as I've watched your posting and learnt about who you are, what you carry, what your business offer is, I've been like, I want a piece of the pie from everybody, like I want nut butter and I want great lipstick that sticks and I want I actually have started talking to Kieran about a portrait. I want to try something of Jade's, and it's been really cool. Like the more this is exactly it. This is what a personal brand does, is that when you show up as your real authentic self, people get to know, like, and trust you. And so the passion you have for your brand and your product starts to be communicated to people. And within the mum tribe, like it's become even stronger that we're like, man, like I want to engage with my friends' businesses because I believe in it like they believe in it. And that's why I would say, like, let's build personal brands, because personal brands do exactly what our mum tribe are doing. They communicate value, they're authentic, they are vulnerable, they're just people on a journey. So yeah, it's been great to be part of this crew and I'm loving it too. I have one more thought. What was my other thought? Ah, it slipped out of my mind. But I had another thought about the mum tribe. It might come back if I give myself a second. Oh, that's what I was going to say. If you are watching our Zooms, you're welcome. You just need to join the email list and you'll get the Zoom link every wink, every wink. My son's been learning to wink. He's like, Mum, can you wink? If you want the Zoom link every week, yeah, just join our email list. And yeah, we'd love to have you part of that. So you're welcome. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. So let's talk about review. So the 8 weeks have been all about building momentum, showing up consistently, refining our message. This week, we're going to take a step back and assess our progress, analyze like what's working, adjust our strategy for even better results moving forward. And hopefully Jade's baby lets her participate because she's volunteered to be our test case study this week. Thank you, Jade. So I used to find reviewing really uncomfortable. So Rune, I just need to communicate to you that mum needs to be available just for a little bit longer, okay? I used to find reviewing quite uncomfortable. The gap between my self-image and my productivity felt really small. So any feedback felt personal. Can anyone relate to that? Okay, so here's a story. Back when I was studying counselling, I was the youngest in the class by at least 10 years. I felt pretty vulnerable in that environment. And one of our assignments was to bring a recording of a counselling session. The person we counselled knew about it. It wasn't some secret recording. It was a video, actually. And our class would watch and then we'd do some feedback. And so I did mine. I think I was feeling pretty vulnerable. And the first comment that an older male made was, "Oh, that was a very fast conversation." And I burst into tears and I sobbed in front of the whole class for like 10 minutes. Oh, it's so funny now that I think about it. I just felt like the underdog, and I think in that moment I was also emotionally just tired. Thinking back, when you're at block courses like that and you're doing like we actually practice counselling on one another, there's a bit of tiredness that comes into that. I'd been up late at night texting with a student who, not a counselling client, we don't really call them clients, but someone who I was doing counselling with. I've been up late at night because she was having like a tough moment in life. And so it just all like hit the fan when he made that one comment and I just like melted. So, you know what? Like, if you find the word review or audit uncomfortable, then it's okay. You're on a journey. But I definitely have grown. Thank you, Jesus. Failure has become something that I have now storied into a pathway to my success. Without learning what failure is and learning how failure can actually be the stepping stones towards where we want to go, I think that failure can sort of sabotage our dreams. And so it's really important to find a way to think about failure. So it's taken some time and I'd love to help you if you need to go on a journey of processing your failure. But we all fail. This is normal. This is a normal part of life. We're all going to fail. We're all going to suck at something along the way. And it's all right. It's actually not the definition of who you are. Tell yourself, I am not a failure. I can fail, but I'm not a failure. And it is about how you respond and how you come back. And I've got better at taking feedback. And now I can feel that little feeling of like vulnerability. Like I think last week you guys gave me some feedback about one of the posts I did. I could feel that feeling of vulnerability, but I could also see that how valuable that was for me. Like it was so valuable to hear the gap, the thing that I couldn't see. And one thing that might help you if you find this particularly hard, it might not be Jade or Kieran find this hard, it might be someone else. But one thing that might help you is if people are giving you feedback, don't let it just like land straight on you. Like imagine a basket in front of you and they're just giving you feedback, putting it in the basket. And when you're ready, like you're feeling kind of strong and confident, you're not tired, your soul is kind of okay, then it's okay to pick out the feedback and have a look at it. Some of it you might decide might not be relevant for right now, might actually not be well informed. Like in the situation that I described, the counseling that I was doing was with a young person, and I was reasonably young. The person giving the feedback was an older person who was working with adults. Completely different environment. And so you can take someone's feedback, there might be a gem in there, but the whole thing might not be necessary. I don't even remember if he said anything else because I was crying. But that piece about it's a very fast conversation, he wasn't even trying to judge. I don't think he was even trying to be mean. I think I just was not in a great place. And I actually missed out on all of the valuable feedback. So try and take a breath, separate yourself a little bit from the feedback, put it in a basket, and when you're ready, if there's some way to record feedback, like do that and then come back to it. I think that's my hot tip for taking feedback. But what about you guys? I have a little question. Do you think that past failure can be sabotaging any of your current goals? I know that's a big question. Have you ever felt like you couldn't kind of move forward? Has anyone ever got to that stuck place where they're like, oh, I'm feeling like I can't move forward in this? You don't have to unmute, just nod your head if you think sometimes I get stuck. Jade's really deep thinking now. Oh, yeah, it's definitely worth thinking about. Are there any failures in my life that I haven't processed that actually come back and stop me from dreaming big or stop me from hoping for something more than what I have right now? Because I definitely think for me, failure can be a bit of a wall. Failure to achieve something I want to achieve. If I haven't processed it and thought about what I did actually learn through the failure, um, can become a sort of a pausing button for me to actually dream big. So, yeah. Okay, cool. Well, Jade, I didn't talk to you about this, but we did. Do you remember last time we did this? We had like an 8-week brand growth progress, like Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to share it with you. Hold on. Let me share it with you. And I just thought it'd be really cool to quickly go through. Let me share my screen. Where is the share button? Here we go. I want to share this. I thought it'd be really cool, Jade, if we just quickly went through. I did this with Lisa last time, actually. All the weeks that we've got and all the little steps that we did. I'm curious to know, yeah, how you've been doing on this. So I don't know if you can read it, but I'll read it to you.
Okay,
Can you
yeah.
guys see what I'm sharing? Here we go. Okay, so week 1, we talked about defining your brand identity. So do you feel like you've clarified your purpose and mission, Jade?
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I saw you did a new banner last night on your Facebook page, which was so cool. Let's show everyone.
Oh.
Oh, I can't go away from that tab. That was our live tab. Hold on, guys. Let me show you Jade's beautiful banner that she just did. And do you think that that helps you clarify your mission, your purpose in any way?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, here we go. Tell us about your banner.
Oh, so do you know, every year, funny, because last year it was May, every year I just like to do a refresh of my banner, just to
Uh,
update it, to
yeah,
keep it fresh. And then since moving here to the lifestyle block, I really want to incorporate like how we're adjusting from town to 10 acres.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I wanted to add that in,
Yeah.
because that's my life now.
So that's your third picture along there is Koi
Yeah.
in the garden.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's the kids and homeschooling.
Hmm.
And then it's the hustle, which is my work, my
So the
online stuff.
computer and then the picture of you. Are you
Yeah.
speaking at that event? What are you doing
Oh,
there?
it's like it's a co the collagen launch a couple of years ago over in the
Oh,
Gold Coast.
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Do you feel like you've defined your niche and your target audience?
Ah, no.
Ooh,
Yes,
okay.
yeah, well, yes. Yes and no.
We say needs adjustment.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What would you, so why, talk more about that. Why do you not feel like you've figured out your niche and your target audience?
I just think I think I'm comparing it to the people who
Mm.
have joined my business currently.
Okay. Yeah.
They're not my niche, but they're in my team and they've been attracted to me somehow.
Yeah.
So I'm like, like, is that how I go, like, do I go with the age group or yeah. So
Oh,
that's
I
why,
wrote,
yeah.
those I've attracted are not in my niche. So should I change my niche?
Yeah, yeah. But ideally I would still like more people to attract people in my
Yeah.
niche, which
I
is
feel
like,
like I feel like I'd ask ChatGPT that question.
okay, I will, I will.
Because I was thinking about this for me. Ah, we'll come back to my me later, maybe if it happens. Okay. Have you developed your unique value proposition?
Yes.
So what's unique about what
Oh
you
my God,
bring?
I knew you were going to ask me this.
Did you?
Well, I'm like, well, instead of just saying yes, yeah, you're going to ask me, so what is it?
What is it, Jade?
Well, I have it written somewhere.
That's all good. That's all good. Okay, but you've got it. Okay,
I
what
have
about
done it.
yeah,
Yes.
and you've definitely got your core brand values. We've
Yes.
talked about that for a while.
Yeah, we
You've
have. Yeah.
got some sort of logo, or have you changed it now to
No.
this one?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know
Cool.
about that just yet.
We're not really even sure if we definitely need a logo sometimes, eh? Especially
Yeah.
if we're repping a different business. It's
Yeah.
like maybe Kieran, like you, I don't know, do you have a logo, Kieran?
Not
Isn't it your
exactly.
signature?
Yeah, it's
Isn't
pretty
this,
much my
yeah,
signature, which
yeah.
I might have to change at some point.
I don't know. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. Have you chosen brand colors and fonts, Jade? You've sort of got some
Kind of.
consistency.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay. How about your profile picture and bio?
I was going to update that
Okay.
from last night, so I'm still
Okay.
working on
Needs
that.
adjustment. Okay. Are you on Instagram, Jade?
Yes.
I don't even know if I follow you on Instagram.
Yes, you do.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay. Have you written a personal story or an about me page? Let's have a look. Do you have
Uh,
any like you don't have any pin posts, do you? But you've got some things here.
yeah.
It's about you.
Yeah, those were a little old. I may need to update those. But yeah,
Hmm.
but it's still kind of yeah.
Okay, I'll show you what I did. You've probably seen mine, just out of interest. I'm not saying this is how we all have to do it. We might have different ways of doing it. Um, so this is my pin post, why I started Mum with a Side Hustle. So the point
Oh,
of this is that
yeah.
if someone comes to your page because they've read something that you've done, then they will find this. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And I have actually had people like it, which is kind of interesting. I get a notification every now and then. Such and such, your new friend has liked it. I'm like, oh, that's handy.
I've seen like some cool reels and they're
Yeah,
like 30 seconds, quite short that I
yeah.
wanted to do that said all
Mm.
that stuff. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then I'll pin
cool.
that one. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. And
Yeah.
especially on Instagram, you can pin up to 3 posts on Instagram.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Totally need to update that.
Cool. Okay. You've obviously created your first value-driven content piece ages ago.
Yes.
You've chosen your social media platforms, so that's Instagram and Facebook. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
You're not on anything else?
I was doing TikTok. I'm going to start today, but that's purely
Ooh.
just for from town to 10 acres.
And that's cool because that is like more of a storytelling place, eh? Like more of a journaling diary.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Me and my husband have been going back and forth about TikTok. He definitely uses it for his personal brand. I I'm just hesitating because I'm on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook group, Facebook business page, and a weekly newsletter now. So that's why I'm hesitating.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
would love to diary my progress and my story. I think that'd be really fun. But I just
yeah.
am not sure that
That's
I can be consistent. Okay. Optimized your profiles. I think that was that they kind of had the same messaging across all of them. Do you feel
yes,
like,
yeah.
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And do you use a posting schedule, Jade, or you're kind of more like, how do we explain it? Do you use a posting schedule?
No, no. I've just recently chat GTP'd like a week's worth, and then I'll just go through and be like, which one do I feel like today?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it
Yeah,
seems to be working for you though. Like you're reasonably consistent.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
getting
Cool.
there.
Okay, month two, which is we only have 2 months to the
Yeah,
challenge. You're obviously creating 1 to 2 content pieces.
yeah.
And so, like, the second one here is, do you plan your content for the week? So you just said you just get ideas sometimes. You get a
Yes.
few
Yeah,
ideas and then you decide what you want to actually do for the week.
yeah, yeah.
So do you actually sit down and have a little planning session with yourself?
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. And then do you spend time commenting and messaging people?
Yes.
Cool.
During
And
nap
have
time.
you, sorry, you spend what?
During nap time.
Yeah, time, yeah. Putting the baby to sleep, feeding the baby.
Yeah.
How about reaching out to collaborators or mentors?
No, but this is something I want to do because
Okay,
it's
yeah.
um a lot of it's getting really our company's getting really big in the US, and it's
Okay.
purely because people are going to like digital marketers to
Wow.
show them an opportunity. So
Yeah,
I really do want to do that.
yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
exciting. What would
Yeah.
that look like for you?
I guess just reaching out to see if I could, talk to them about an opportunity, and then
Yeah,
maybe someone from my upline
yeah,
to support me.
yeah. And then
Yeah.
would that hopefully draw more people to your profile?
No, they will then promote the product and
Okay,
create them
okay.
a little business around it,
Ah,
but they'll be
cool.
under me.
Oh, that's exciting. I like that idea.
Yeah, yeah.
And is that why you're also using TikTok or no?
No, that was just purely to have somewhere to put my adjustment in learning and how to live in a rural area.
It seems to me like storytelling's really something like you get something out of it for yourself then. Like
Yeah,
you're going to be storytelling your journey of homesteading,
yeah, yeah.
town to
Like
country.
like feeding chickens. I'm shit scared of them, and I've got to clean the chicken coop,
You,
and I don't even know how to do it.
you're scared of the chickens.
Yes.
What are you scared they're going to do?
I don't know. Pick me.
Oh, chickens are lovely
I know. I like to see them
at a
across the
distance.
field there.
Kieran will come visit and she'll teach you.
Oh, see, this is what I want to share with
Collaborate.
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't actually hurt when they pick you.
Oh my God, do they actually pick you?
My,
Oh,
I've got three that do. They're like super friendly, so they'll just come and pick your clothing and pick your feet and everything. I mean,
oh my God.
they can hit a tiny bit, but it's just more annoying than painful.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So
I
just
think you've
try it
got
one time.
visions
Just
of
go
a
really
big
close to them.
black chicken flapping and like pounding you with pecks, Jade. Is that what you're like envisaging?
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
probably thinking about like crazy rooster, but I'm guessing you don't have a rooster.
No, not yet.
Yeah. So just get a nice rooster and you'll be fine. He'll
Okay.
keep them all in line.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah. Yeah.
And then get some of your own babies, and then you'll raise them from babies, and you won't be scared of them.
Oh, cute. Okay.
Yeah, and they're so cute.
Jade, have you followed and engaged with relevant accounts? Sorry, quick segue back into our
No, that's okay.
out of
What do you,
chickens.
what do you mean relevant accounts?
So the idea of this one was that you sort of start to get a sense of like what other people who
Oh,
are
yeah.
similar to you are doing. So you would
Yes.
probably be following Life Vantage accounts, but
Yes.
also homesteading accounts, and
Yeah.
yeah, you're definitely doing that. Cool. Then we did last week's one was creating the behind the scenes, which I think you just do all the time. Beautiful
Yeah.
behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Um, And then have you considered creating a email list and that way of keeping your leads rather than like, well, how does that work for you?
Mm.
What
I
do you
have
even think
thought
about
about
that?
it. I
Yeah,
haven't, but
yeah,
our company has just created a new system
yeah.
with all their own lead magnets and a way to capture
Okay.
everyone's details.
Yeah.
And then they put in who invited them, kind of
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we've got a system that launched like a week ago
Okay.
that has all that in it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we can customize it for like an extra fee a month to
Yeah.
make it all the details come to us.
Okay.
Like, yeah, yeah.
I wonder if there's any way that you can get them yourself and from your business.
Mm. There, yeah, I'm not too sure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Or can you download them from them once you've got it up with them so that you can just keep
Yeah.
it in a spreadsheet for
I
yourself?
know, I know.
Because
Yeah.
they're technically your lead.
Yes, yeah. And
And-
that's
Yeah.
before they join, they've got to put in who invited them or who sent
Yeah,
them the
yeah,
link.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
then they send automated emails and text messages and just slowly like if something's happening or if there's a sale on, it'll all get
Yeah.
done from the top. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of us doing it. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, completed is missing a P. Thank you, Karen. My thing says completed. Okay, okay. I'm gonna stop screen sharing. Jade,
Yes.
would you be open to screen sharing your Facebook page?
Yeah.
And then we can have a play with looking at your analytics. And while you're just do I have to give you permission to be able to screen share? I don't want to make you the host. Do you have to, can you request screen sharing?
Um,
You might be able to click share and then like content URL or something. Because I've
I
got the
share.
option. I don't know if it would ask you or not.
If you go share, have you got
Go
a
to
share there?
system settings.
Oh no, if you just hit share, does it not let you just share your screen?
It's got a lot of different things. Your screen is on there, and web URL is on there. A whole lot of different things.
Just do like entire screen, or you can choose which window you want to share. I'll let you figure that out while I just check my notes. So so for those who are watching, there we go. Look at that, Jade. You're amazing. And then just go to your, yeah, yeah, you got it. So for those who are watching and you're wanting to, track obviously with this, I'm going to have a worksheet for today in the Google Drive that I have for build a personal brand in a year in under 3 hours a week. But that spreadsheet that I've just done is in the Google Drive, and so you can go through, see what steps you've accomplished. Is there anything unfinished that I need to work on? Are there any areas where I'm stuck? Yeah, that's perfect, Jade. Okay, we'll come to you in just a second. And yeah, obviously, it's really important to celebrate your wins. So let's celebrate Jade, who's done pretty much everything on that 8 week brand growth list, except for maybe one that you haven't done because um, you don't even need it. That's why you haven't done it. So yay, Jade! Woohoo! Celebration. Okay, so let's have a little dive into your social media and content performance. Have you done this much?
No, I don't do it at all.
Well, okay, let's show you how you do it. So first of all, click where it says professional dashboard. And we're just going to have a little look at, cool. Okay, so this is your overview. So you've got a 1900 post reach, a 1000 post engagement, and then you've got the new followers. So on the left-hand side, if you click your profile, see what comes up there. Okay, so here we can see your post reach, your post engagement, I'm not sure what new profile followers last 28 days. If that was what you gained in the last 28 days, that's pretty amazing. You've had 309 reactions, 91 comments. That's great. No shares, 36 photo views, and no link clicks. Okay, so that's kind of like your overview. And if you go on the left-hand side again where it says content, now we're going to have a look at the types of posts that have started to get more interaction. So at the top there, just change it to last, where it says last 90 days. Change it to 28 for us just for now. And then when it says sort by date, click on there because we can sort it by interaction or engagement or post. Or what? Let me just check mine. Sort by, I'll just check what I'm saying. So this is a good learning for anyone who wants to learn how to do this. You're seeing it absolutely live. Sort by views. Oh, yours doesn't say views. Oh, that's very interesting. Go by post reach. Our accounts might be set up slightly. Oh, here we go. Turn on Facebook story invites. You might want to do that later. You don't have to do that now.
What does that mean?
So it will include your Facebook stories in all of the statistics.
Oh,
Yeah, which is actually kind of interesting. Cool. I'm just going to switch to looking at my computer, even though I have to look down because I'll be able to see a little bit better what you've got there. Okay, so these are the posts that you're getting the most reach on. So take a little look. What kind of posts are you seeing, Jade, that your engagement on that down 5 kgs one's pretty amazing. Look at that, 214.
mm,
Which is cool because that's what you want, right? Like that's
mm.
something that you want people to pay attention on. You're from town to 10 acres. And if you just notice what date you actually posted some of these, so just go up to the top again, sorry. So yeah, so 19th of May. Okay, so like a week ago, but over a week ago, 14th, 28th of May. And look, this one from the 3rd of June, 2 days ago, has already got 352 views. So
Oh, yeah.
that will continue to grow. Generally, if there's a post that is doing well, if there's a little bit more engagement on it, it can actually continue to grow. So you can see here which of your posts
Mm.
are tracking well, getting what kind of posts get more engagement. I don't know if it's necessarily important that every post gets engagement. You are getting the views, and yeah. What are you noticing? What is interesting to you?
Um, well, it's probably since the last month we've been here on the lifestyle block that I've been doing these posts. So
Yeah.
it's interesting that they're doing well because that's what I'm putting out. Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
what about like your product posts versus your personal posts or posts
yeah,
about
personal,
versus children posts?
yeah, yeah, personal like s- personal posts do better all the time
Yeah.
over like product or business posts.
Which kind of proves why you should do them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because people don't want to just buy your one thing.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can you go to where it says last 28 days? Let's be curious and let's see 60 and then we'll do 90. And let's have a little look at what the differences are because my 90 days was extremely different from my 28. Look at that one, 658 and 284. So that's you moved house one, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
What post is that? I don't even
Yeah, you
know.
can click on it and it sort of brings up a little bit of a.
Oh, that one. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So here we go. We've got your views, your reach. Views are slightly different. So mine shows actually, I can categorize them by views. I don't even know what the difference is between views and reach.
Mm.
Yeah, and I've got 0 real followers as well. I don't know why not why maybe it's a Facebook thing. Look at your watch time on that. 2 hours and 34 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And look, average watch time is 12 seconds. I reckon that's awesome. That's a long time.
Yeah, yeah,
And how long is your reel? 9 seconds. If your average watch time is 12, they've watched it more than once. They've actually gone through the whole thing. That's really
yeah.
encouraging. Okay, go back out of there. Oh, and look, lastly, sorry.
Oh,
This is
sorry.
where reels are a little bit different. Reels are reaching followers and non-followers. Look down there at that circle.
Mm.
So you've got 19% of followers and 81 of, sorry, 19 of non-followers and 81 of followers. And I always find this interesting on Instagram, which isn't as easy to screen share and show, but on my post on Instagram, it's very similar. Oh man, my throat's going dry. Okay, you can close out of that. And we'll just have a quick squiz at any of these other ones. I mean, that's a product post there. Imagine you're being told in your late 30s, you're postmenopausal, no more children, da da da.
Yeah, yeah. So those posts that I put when it's directed to an illness. I don't
Yeah.
necessarily say our products.
Yes. Yeah.
Can't make health claims, but
Yes.
when I say things like that, they always do really well.
Because
Like
they're
kind of
really
like
helping someone
curiosity posts.
understand, eh? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And let's do last 90 days. Let's just see if there's any changes over the last 90 days. Because this is where you'll see older posts that have done really, really well because they've been on your story for your page for a lot longer. Look at this. The one when you went to Whanganui,
Oh, wow.
1100 post reach.
Who would have thought?
So yeah, something like that. I don't know how they keep flying around in the ether, but some of our posts can actually last for quite a long time. Cool. And then if you just pop on the left-hand side to audience, that's probably the last one we're going to look at. So you can see that you're reaching 59% woman and your biggest age group is 35 to 44.
Mm,
Would you say that that's your niche?
yes.
Cool, that's encouraging. Your family chat. Look at those locations. That's super interesting as well.
Oh,
Click on see
wow.
more and see what it tells you about it.
See more.
There we go. That's who's looking at your.
Wow.
So go back to the conversation we had a few minutes ago about should I change my niche? The people who have become business partners for you, are they in a different age group or
Yeah, yeah.
different gender? They're same gender, like they're still in your
Same
niche
gender.
gender.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your niche is homeschool mums.
Wow.
Is
Yeah.
that what you were targeting? And this is what you're questioning?
Well, yeah. See, this is I don't really know who I'm targeting. I kind of think like people like me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So my age group, stay-at-home mums, um, who I think ideally want to create an income from home.
yeah.
Yeah. For a bit more freedom, a bit more choices.
Interesting, eh? I'm just thinking about like who has the money to start an income.
Yeah.
And maybe that older age group have a little bit more of
Yes. And they're in.
they don't have kids at home necessarily that are depending on them quite as much. So they have that little bit more money. But
Yes.
I don't know. They've
And they
obviously
are
yeah.
quite conscious, being
Yeah.
older, of their health.
Yes,
Still
yeah,
being
that's
able
true.
to, my age people probably generally, unless you've got an illness, you're
You're
considered
doing
like
pretty
you're
well,
quite
yeah.
healthy,
Okay, why
you
don't you
know?
stop screen sharing for a second and let's have a look at mine because this is an important, this is the same for mine. My who I'm actually getting views from is not, it sort of surprised me. So here we go. Here's my one. It's actually quite funny across the board. I've got quite even coverage there, but my highest group is women over 65. Can you believe it? Isn't that interesting? And one of the things when I analyzed it, so what you can do, Jade, is you can screenshot this from your computer and just put it in ChatGPT and get it to give you sort of an analysis. So I gave ChatGPT my content. Now, I don't know why mine looks different from yours. I'll go to Reach. So in the last 90 days, some of these posts have done really well. If I just go 28 days, which is a bit more realistic. So this one about us going on an adventure is doing really, really well. 1100 reach, which is similar to that one about you guys moving. So that's interesting, right? Like taking on adventures, challenges, moving somewhere new. I wonder if there's a lot of people out there who want to do that sort of thing, but they actually haven't taken on the challenge. So storying about moving and that sort of thing is really powerful. But yeah, it was interesting when I took screenshots of these and I gave it to ChatGPT. I took screenshots of this one here, the same as you, that one there, my views, my reach, and it gave me sort of an analysis of it. So I'll just stop sharing and I'll just give you some insights. I hope that no one feels like this is me bragging. I'm sure that there's someone out there who's done way better than I have, but it's more just to give you a view of what you can do when you actually look at your analytics. So, for example, it said to me, my strong views overall, 28,000. Total views is excellent, especially with a modest follow count. So that's kind of cool. My highest performing post was, it said it's a story-based post about family migration and heritage. So that was really interesting. And actually, because I haven't posted as much over the last 28 days, ChatGPT really like honed in on that and started talking a lot about that needs to be something that I look at, multi-generational storying. But if you see that my viewers were mainly female over 65, like my highest group, that could be why, that I've talked about legacy and I've talked about children. It did say that my video engagement was quite low and that maybe I need to adjust the beginning of my videos. So start with more of a compelling 3-second hook or teaser, is what they said. Consider short form reels with captions, which I already do, subtitles or motion graphics, which I already do subtitles. And for my posts, it suggested like having clearer calls to action. Has your family ever made a bold move like this? Tag another mum who needs this reminder. Um, so it just gave me some more tips on that. And then it also suggested testing out carousels or quote posts. I haven't done any quote ones in ages. I used to do some cool quotes. Yeah, but definitely if I look back at what I've been working on, stories have been really powerful. The more stories I tell, the more interaction that I get. Yeah, but I have to admit my last 28 days have not been that strong, but I think I've been sick for the last 28 days. So it's leaving my body. Yeah, my posting has not been as great, but that's all right. I think I've posted about this twice now. We're going to rise up and we're going to continue. We're not going to give up. Okay, so here's some things for you, Jade, to have a think about. Once you've sort of taken a screen clip and given it to ChatGPT, you could ask yourself, do I need to post more or less? Should I experiment with different content? Reels, carousels, live videos? Are there any certain topics that get a better response? If you've noticed like a low engagement on certain posts, like does that post align with my audience's needs? So even scrolling down that page a bit more and having a look at what didn't get a lot of engagement might be really helpful. And like, is it the caption or the call to action? Have a look at your calls to action. Like I said, I don't think every post needs to have a call to action. um, but if you want to have an effective one, you can learn from your past as well. Okay, and then the step 4 after that is to plan your next month's goals and priorities. So, like, what do you want to focus on? Do you want to focus on increasing engagement, growing your followers, refining your message, launching something new? What actions will move the needle towards your bigger vision? And do you need to batch create content, collaborate with others, or invest in learning something new? So these are just kind of review steps. So I'm going to put this all in a document for us. It's going to be in the Google Drive. And like I said, if you're watching and you've made it this far into the call, please, I will drop the link in the description and you can sign up for my weekly email, which has access to the Google Drive. So yeah, any thoughts, Jade or Kieran, as we've gone through this today? Anything that you want to comment on before we bring it to a close?
So I was wondering, you're saying that your latest post did really well about you moving, but you also haven't been posting as much or as frequently. I'm curious about the engagement that Facebook lets you have if you haven't posted as much. Like sometimes I find if I have a break and then come back, they like give way more views to my new post
Mm.
than if I post more frequently. Hence why I'm just doing once a
Yeah.
week, because I feel like sometimes you get more traction on less posts, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Might be worth researching.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting question. Mm. Any last thoughts there, Jade?
Um, oh, I was just going to reply to Kieran. That happens with stories. So if you take a 24-hour break and then come back and post again, your views go up higher than
Oh,
if you're posting lots every day.
interesting.
Yeah.
So do you ever take a break then, Jade?
No.
No.
Oh, only if I'm sick and don't
Yeah.
want to be off my phone. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, like, yeah. I'll just see how I feel.
I wonder if there's a difference between Facebook and Instagram with what you're saying, Kieran. Like, does Facebook work that way and Instagram not? I think it'd be worth researching. Well, girls, I'm going to wrap up because I don't even think I have that many words left in my breath. But I just want to encourage us, we've got this superpower in this mum season that if we want to do a business, we've got to be super focused. We've got to be like very clear on what we want to achieve, and we've got to work towards it as often as we can, even in very, very small ways. So, yeah, just encourage any mum who's watching that the season that you're in is something really unique and special, and not to feel like you can't achieve what you want to because you're in the mum season. But actually, you might achieve more than you realize. So, yeah, if you've been here, please leave a comment. We'd love to interact with you. As I said, you're welcome to sign up for our weekly emails. I think I've said that about 4 times today. I apologize. But then you do get the Zoom link. You do get so many bonuses. You do get the Google Drive folder, and you do get a weekly email with some little tips or reflections. So yeah, love to have you as part of our community, Mum with a Side Hustle. So blessings, everyone. Have an amazing day. I'm going to go and rest my voice. See you later.